In this video of Node.js, we will cover about event loops and event emitter. Node.js supports event for performing the asynchronous programming. So here we will see how it will help asynchronous programming to be done in Node. So basically, what is an event and how it is maintained here? So event supports the concurrency, alright? It supports by Node.js to maintain the concurrency. And how it works? Node thread keeps an event loop. This event loop actually will put an eye on any particular event, like when it is being raised. As soon as an event is raised, it is actually invoked the corresponding task to get completed. And there is a listener which will actually contain the function which needs to be invoked when the particular event is raised. So event loop will keep an eye on the event. As soon as its event is raised, this event listener will call the particular function. Alright, but how that event will be raised? Because here we will just putting an eye on the particular event, and when it is raised, this task could be done. But who will raise the event? So its task is done by event emitter. So any object which raises the event is called the event emitter. To include that, to implement that event emitter in our Node application, we have to import the event emitter module, and we have the emit function in that which will help us to raise that event. So let's quickly see an example. So here we have taken the events, a module from the npm, and we have taken the events emitter, and the reference has been passed in emitter. So whenever we will call the emitter.emit, it will raise a particular event. Which event? Any event. Like here we have given the name my event. When this event is raised, how will you perform the action? So this will be done by a listener. So this listener will be used by the on method. Alright, so emitter.on this event, what need to do? The callback function will tell. So let's see completely. If you will not emit this, nothing will be done. But as soon as you will emit my event, this code will execute, and when this on this particular event raise, this function will be fired. Similarly, you can see if you want to pass the parameters along with the particular event raised, you can do that as well. But rather than looking it here, let's go and see it practically.
To apply this event things in our Node program, so what we can do here, first of all, again I have used a built-in Node module called events, and here I have used the event emitter method which will actually invoke the events for any program. Alright, so here I have passed the reference in the variable called emitter. Now what will happen, you can make any listener. Like here I have created my customized event with name add user. Alright, whenever this particular event will be fired, what to do? This callback function will tell us. Alright, so here in this callback function we just printed a message like add user event fired. Alright, so actually nothing is going to be happen unless and until this event got fired. Alright, because this is just a listener, but we need something to raise that event. To raise that event, we have something called emit function which is there in the emitter. Alright, so here I will use the emitter.emit, and this method will be responsible for raising this event called add user. So as soon as this add user event got fired, this message will be printed. Let's see how it will be look like. Alright, so here you see when I executed, we got the message add user got fired. But in case I will comment this line, alright, and again I will rerun it, you'll see nothing will be printed. Alright, because event didn't take place, so obviously the listener is not going to do anything out there. Alright, so this is how the basic program of event emitter can work. Now in the same program, if somewhere you got into this situation like you want to pass the parameters along with the event. For example, just now we took an example of add user, but while adding the user you need to pass the username and password as well. So here I have taken a couple of variables like UID, Node.js password, Tutorialspoint, and along with the event listener, alright, we have passed the callback function with the parameters. Alright, user and pass means password. This is what we will pass here, so that if required we can use these with two values. Alright, and while emitting it, I have firstly give the name of the event like add user, and after that UID and PWD. That is the name of these variables. Alright, and the values will be copied in the UID will be in user, PWD will be in pass as in the very same sequence. Alright, and then along with this add user method, add user message, you will get the username as well. Alright, so this is how you can pass the parameters along with raising the event, right? So let me run it again. So now you get the add user node.js, that's the name of your user. Alright, so this is how your event handling can be done along with the parameters. Now in the same program, while binding the particular functionality to any event like on, we can also use the once method. Alright, the difference will be in on you can call it as many as times you want. Alright, let me take an example. Like first I have taken user ID as node.js. Let's take some other value, right? Like JS is my second user and password is maybe any temp password. Alright, so these are the two values which I want to these are the two users which I want to add. Alright, and anytime when I want to emit, I will call this emit function. Alright, so if I'll run this again, you will see like here you got it twice. Alright, like add user node.js, add user js. But if I will use once here, alright, so only one time this can be raised. Alright, so now if I will rerun this program, you see that only the first user is added, not the second one. Alright, because it will be unbind automatically when it will be called the first time. Alright, so this is how in the case you want something to be performed only one time, you can go for once method. For a particular event, in case you want to bind the multiple listeners, you can also do that by passing the on method multiple times. Like here in this example, I have taken one event called my event and I have bound multiple multiple tasks with that. Alright, like for example, this callback function is defining task 1, this callback function is defining task 2. Alright, so when you will emit this my event, you will see that they have been called in the very same sequence as they have been bound, right? It is just a flavor of the multicasting. Alright, and here using the listener count method of event emitter, you can also count like how many listeners are there for a particular event. Alright, so let's see how this program will look like. So here I will execute my app.js program again. So as per the code, you will see firstly it's task 1, then task 2, alright, and then finally the count of the number of listeners, that is 2 because I have added 2 here. Alright, so this is how you can add multiple listeners along with the counting of them. So as here you see, like if we can add multiple listeners, there may also be a situation that I want to remove one of the listener at the runtime. To do that, I will use the remove listener method, but make sure if you want to remove any listener, you can't pass it as an anonymous function. Alright, as in this example you see, when I'm using this remove listener method, I have defined the function called handler, alright, some task inside that, and for removing it I will also have to pass the name of the method. Alright, in case of anonymous you will not be able to pass the method name, as since we can have multiple functionalities for a particular event, it is mandatory to pass the definition as well which you want to remove. Alright, so you see here on particular this event I have called this method. Alright, so let's do one thing, let's emit this particular handler before and after the removing the listener. Alright, so first time since it is not removed, it will be invoked and will print this particular message, and after when it is being removed, this is not it will not be printed. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so only for one time it got printed while we are emitting it twice. So this is how you can remove the listener references as well from the event.